Before embarking on our editing journey, let's just take a little bit of time to get introduced to the material that we'll be working with. Now, in this course, we'll be working in three separate projects: some basic commercial-based footage for a sports drink called H Plus Sport, several documentary scenes in a documentary called Farm to Table, and one dialogue scene in a narrative project called Castles. Now, to start off the course, we'll be working with the H Plus Sport footage. Now, it's not the full commercial. For the experience of cutting together an entire commercial with this exciting footage, you can check out my Commercial Editing Techniques with Final Cut Pro 10 Lynda course. All we'll be working with in this course is just a very limited amount of B-roll along with some music so that you can get some practice on bringing in footage and setting up your library and event appropriately. You can really just treat it as a scratch project that we won't be doing too much with. Then, once you have your feet wet, for most of the rest of the course, we'll be working in the Farm to Table project, which is a documentary about organic farming in Santa Barbara, California. We have numerous different types of assets for this project, including interviews, B-roll, music, titles, and graphics. The documentary follows one farmer, B.D. Douch, and examines each phase of the Farm to Table movement, from the growing to the harvesting to the selling at the farmer's market to the relationships with consumers and restaurants. Now, we won't be editing the entire documentary, but we'll be focusing on several scenes. We'll also be working with a dialogue scene from a dramatic film called Castles. This film is about a frustrated architect named Joseph that has recently been having some pretty serious professional setbacks. The film focuses on the relationship between Joseph and his boss, where Joseph is given the task of coming up with a design for a big project, or else. Our assets for this project just include the basic shots of dialogue. Okay, now that we're acquainted with the projects that we'll be editing, we're all set to begin.